It won't surprise you to know that a lot of golfers would rather leave the ball like 100 or 120 yards away from the green than get it up within 40 yards of the green. And that's because they really don't have a plan to know how to hit something less than a full swing. So the idea here is to give you some checkpoints, some swings that you can make so you know how to hit the ball about 20, about 40, about 60, maybe even 100, maybe even 80, maybe even 100 yards in the air, okay? We're gonna start off with a 20-yard shot. And for the 20, 40, and 60-yard shots, we're gonna all make basically the same swing and figure out how to hit the ball these yardages. So my 20-yard shot is I'm gonna set up and I'm gonna get a sense of making a backswing so that my hands are about hip height and through to about hip height. And that's with a 56-degree wedge to hit the ball about 20 yards in the air. So this shopping cart up here a little to the right is gonna be my target. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this 20 yards in the air is the goal. And that was just about right? Okay? And again, we're talking about how far the ball is going to carry, not carry plus roll. Does anybody know why we're doing it that way?
So you can find your landing spot?
So you can find your landing spot. So all the time, when we hit to targets, people think more about stopping the ball at the cart. Then they get on the golf course, they have to hit the ball over a bunker, and they're not familiar with it.
Oops.
Great shot, Maria.
Maria, you almost got it in. I don't know, I've never been there, so I don't know.
Great shot.
Good.
So now we have a 40-yard shot, and that 40-yard shot is going to be a swing where I'm going to make the same backswing. We're going to turn back to about hip height, but I'm going to swing through to shoulder height. Okay? Now I'd like for everyone to please watch this and watch the result, okay? So that's pretty obvious, right? What went on there in that shot? Yeah, so, well, first the ball flight, it was a top shot.
Yeah.
Right? So what I was trying to kind of show you was we really need to, on these little shots, we have to make sure that we're moving pressure into our front foot, okay? And a lot of times when you make small swings, it's a small, short swing, so we don't have a ton of time to get pressure moving back and through. So a lot of times it helps to kind of cheat with more weight on our front foot. And I always do this in all my short shots. So I'm gonna cheat with weight more on my front side to begin with, and I'm gonna feel like it stays there. It feels like it stays there. Now the truth is, we know from looking at the pressure mat and everything, it doesn't actually stay there, but you're gonna feel like you're keeping it on your front foot, and you're gonna make the same little hip to shoulder type of a swing. Look at that, 40 yards in the air. Nice shot, Jerry. Bam. The 20-yard shot, the 40-yard shot. So now we're gonna work on a 60-yard shot, all right? So I'm just gonna make sure my alignment is good here, okay? So that's the, what's that?
Nothing.
That's the third shopping cart. So this one is gonna be a shoulder length backswing through to about shoulder length follow through. Shoulder to shoulder, 60 yards with a 56. Some of you may want to experiment with a little stronger lofted club. Pitching wedge or 9-iron, depending on where you are, right? So, but what I'm gonna do is I'm still going to keep weight more on my front foot, and then I'm going to turn back, and then I'm gonna put more weight on my front foot on the downswing. Now, it may seem like, how do you keep weight on your front foot, keep it on your front foot in your backswing, and then put more on your front foot again? Because the truth of it is that even when you feel like you're keeping your pressure on your front foot, when you turn back, your body mass moves back, your arms are moving back, centripetal force is pulling away from you, so you will put weight into your back foot. It feels like, though, that I'm keeping it kind of forward and then more forward. All right, and like I had mentioned before, it's unfortunately, it's a little bit intuitive when people have a stick in their hand to start their downswing this way instead of this way. All right, so let's try that. Shoulder to shoulder. Oh, I didn't hit it quite hard enough. Oh, actually it was hard enough. Man, I hate when I do that. All right, one more time. Face was open. Shoulder to shoulder. Keeping the weight on my front foot, and especially if you're bottoming out behind the ball here, guys and girls, you're probably not getting your weight forward through impact. I like that one. Okay, a little open still, all right? Shoulder to shoulder, and again, we're trying to just get that weight going forward into that front foot on the way down, all right? Let's do it. Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you.
Okay, so now, so by the way, that last one, so Maria, you switched to a pitching wedge, and I went over there and you're bam, right on it. So when you hit that shot and you nail it, remember that, and then you're gonna go back to it on the golf course. Okay, so now we're gonna do 80 yards, which is gonna be shoulder backswing to a full finish. So Pat, where am I going here? I see the orange flag?
Flags to the right.
Go to the right, okay. So when it gets cold out, it's harder to get the yardage, but the wind is helping a little. So shoulder to full finish. I'm gonna jinx myself, but this is my favorite one. I'm still cheating forward. Oh, that's left. It's probably long too. All right, that's why we practice. You have to still practice, right? So as I'm doing this, by the way, I'm thinking about the target the same way a basketball player thinks about the hoop. So the idea here is that these little different checkpoints we're doing, it gives us like a ballpark swing that we know we can make. So it gives you a plan. So it's like, okay, 80, so if it's 84 yards, okay, so it's gonna be my shoulder to full finish. But I'm still gonna be focusing on the target and picturing how the ball is gonna fly to the target, okay? One more, shoulder to full finish. Oh, I like that one. Little right again. Is that a little long or is that good?
Right there, by the side.
Tiny one.
Good? Okay. I have one putt.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, shoulder to full finish, and I'm still really embracing the weight on that front foot.